Hey guys, we're going to do volume of rectangular prisms or solids. This one's actually pretty easy, comparatively speaking, with surface area. The formula for volume is simply, now for this won't apply for everything, but it applies most certainly for any type of rectangular solids or cubes. I've got a rectangular solid here, and down below is a cube. Alright, so the volume is simply going to be length times width times height. That's it. Length times width times height. So you're going to multiply all three dimensions of the prism. The length, the width, the height. Sometimes these will be labeled. Sometimes they won't. So, and that's okay if they're not labeled. It actually does not matter anyways, because it doesn't matter which order you multiply them in anyways. You could do height times width times length, width times height times length, or length times width times height. All three multiplied together are going to be the same answer no matter which order. Okay. Now here, what you got to do is got to figure out, okay, do I multiply it like it is, which you know you can't do because these are mixed numbers. So do you change these to improper fractions and then multiply it? You could do it that way. So let's do that for a second. So 5.5, 2 times 5 is 10. 10 plus 1 is 11. So this is 11 over 2. So I'll put that in parentheses, 11 over 2. This one is going to be 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 over 2 as an improper fraction. And you can't leave 2 as a whole number, because when you multiply fractions and whole numbers together, you got to change that to also to a improper fraction. And so this would be 2 over 1 as an improper fraction. And so it's just length times width times height. So you multiply all three together, and you should get, you can cross simplify. We could simplify the 2's, but I'm just going to multiply it together anyways. This is 10. 10 times 11 is 110. Divide that by, this is going to be 4. So 4 goes in 100 at least 25 times. 26 more than likely. Let's go ahead and do this long division just to make sure. So 7 looks like it's going to be 27. 28, yeah, 2 left over. So it's going to be 27, 2 left over 4, or 27 and a half. So it's going to be 27 and a half. And this example is going to be inches. So it's going to be 27 and a half inches cubed. Volume is going to be cubed. The reason why it's cubed, the reason why it's 3, is because it's three-dimensional. Three-dimensional is volume. Volume measures 3 dimensions, all 3 dimensions together. Surface area is going to be squared. So that's if you want to go, so again, this is going the route of fractions. If you don't like fractions, I'm not a big fan of them. I mean, I can do it. I prefer to convert these instead of converting them to these. The way I would do it, I'd convert it to a decimal. This would be 5.5. This would be 2.5. And this would just be 2. So 2 times 2.5 is 5. That's what these two multiplied together are. And then 5 times 5.5 is obviously going to get the same answer. But I'm going to go ahead and do it over here. 1 decimal here. 27 and a half, 27.5 inches cubed. And so that's going to be the answer. So that's it. 27 and a half inches cubed is the volume for this rectangular solid. Okay. Back in the old days, and still actually, believe it or not, to this day too as well, a lot of times what we'll talk about for volume is, we'll say volume is area of base times height, and then we'll actually leave that lowercase instead of uppercase like that. And where the big B comes from, the capital B, it actually comes from length times width. So the base, the area of the base, is what this is. So this is the area of the base. This is that capital B. So if I wanted to, what I could have done was multiply these two together first. 5.5 times 2.5. That would have been, let's see, 5, 2, 25, 27, 0, 0, 1, 10, 11, So 13, so it's going to be 13.75. So the area of the base would be 13.75. And then you would multiply that by, so area base, that's this, times the height would equal your volume. And the height is 2. 2 times that will become 27.5. The reason why I bring that up is you're going to see this again. You're going to see this formula. Volume equals area base times height. I just broke it down as length times width times height. Okay? Hopefully I did not overcomplicate it, but basically it's simple as that. Length times width times height. Let's say we have a cube. If we have a cube, if all the sides are exactly the same, it's like a square within a square, right? A square with all square sides, everything's perfect. Now it looks a little bit smaller. I had to draw it that way because it's at an angle. But if you look at the measurements, length, width, and height are all the same measurements. So simply what I would do is I just convert this over to a decimal and then multiply all 3 of those together. Okay, so obviously you have to multiply 2 at a time. So 4.5 messed that up a little bit. So 4.5 times 4.5 or 4 5/10 times 4 5/10 equals 20.25. And then I'm going to multiply that again by the height to get our final answer. Okay, 3 place values, 1 here, 2 here, that's 3. So it's going to go up right here. So the answer for this one is going to be 91.125. Okay. And this one, I believe, in your book for the example, this is millimeters, I believe. So this is going to be millimeters cubed. And if you had done this using the fraction way, which I'm not going to do, but if you did, that should be, I believe, 1/8, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, 8, 9, 9 over 2 times 9 over 2. I said I wouldn't do it, but I guess I am doing it. 9 times 9 is 81. 81 times 9 is 729. Divided by 8. Okay, yeah. So that goes in 91. It's going to go in 91. Yep. Which will have, let's see. Now it's making me wonder what this is going to be. So it's definitely 91. Okay, there's one left over. That's what it was. Okay. So 91, one left over. So 91 and 1/8. All right. So yeah. Or 91 and 1/8 millimeters cubed. All right. Anyways, that's what I thought originally. I just didn't want to be wrong on camera, so that's why I did the work. Okay. So, anyways, so that's how we do volume of rectangular solids, prisms. In this case, a cube. Cube is a rectangular prism, anyways. So that's it. Volume equals area base times height, or more appropriately, it's going to be the area of the base times the height. So it's the area of the base times the height. Okay. You'll see another example in your homework where they give you the area of the base already. Like here, they would say, okay, you don't need to know what these are. The area of the base is 20.25. And it'll say like millimeters squared. And when you see that, you know right off the bat, hey, they already give you the area of the base. So it's area base times height. So it actually helps you because that's one less thing that you have to do. So all you'd have to do is the area of the base, 20.25, times height. Okay? Because length times width is the area of the base. So, anyways, God bless, guys. I'll catch you in the next video. And let me know if you have any questions. Shoot me an email or catch you on Zoom. And have a great day. God bless. Bye-bye.